Okay, we've been talking about porosity and permeability in aquifers. This is very important. It's also important when you decide you're going to create a pond, or you're going to put in, maybe a city is going to put in a landfill or something like that. You need to know about the porosity and the permeability of the soil that you are using, or that is already there. And so this is a good illustration of porosity. So what you're going to do is you're going to take, it says color in the spaces between the particles to see which soil is more porous. Use a blue crayon or a marker to represent the water. Then you're going to label the highest porosity and the lowest porosity. So I'm going to give you a second to go ahead and do that. Okay, so now that we have colored that in, I think you can see which one has more blue. The top one has more blue than the bottom one. These are all very uniform in size. They're pretty much the same size, whereas this is pretty much two different sizes. You have large and then you have really small. This would be like if I filled a cup full of gravel and then I poured sand on it. And so there wouldn't be a whole lot of space left in between for water to be able to fit. And so porosity, highest porosity, would be the highest amount of space in between. And so sample 1 would be our highest porosity, and sample 2 would be a lower porosity, because there's not as much space left in sample 2 as there is in sample 1. So porosity is all about how much space is in between the pieces of sample or pieces of sediment. Permeability, however, is similar. It's related to it, but it's actually an amount or a rate of flow. And so when we look at these two pictures, it says to do the two mazes below, show the paths that water would take between the particles using a blue crayon or a marker. So I'll give you a chance to do that now. And so on permeability, you'll notice that if you trace through here, there was really only one pathway that the water could flow, and so it wouldn't do that very quickly. Whereas this had numerous pathways, and the pathways were more straight and more open, and so this flow would be a lot faster. So more water would be able to flow through here in a shorter amount of time than would be able to flow through here. So this would be our highest permeability, and this one would be our lowest permeability. So the one that has the highest permeability would be the one that allows the water to flow more freely. So now we're going to actually do a lab related to that.